Nonkanyiso Qonqo was born on the 18th of December 1991. She is a radio host, entrepreneur, actress, philanthropist, and TV presenter. She started getting famous due to her love for preserving Zulu traditions. At that time, she would normally be like a mini spokesperson for the Zulu traditions, and whenever there was like a big event, she would be the one which would be educating the audience on the need for this tradition or this event, why must it take place, and why does it need to be preserved so that it can continue for many years to come. She was also the spokesperson for the maidens. I definitely do think she was a maiden at the time that she used to promote it, and she was in her early 20s. I think she was 23, 24 at that time, which is a huge achievement for someone to preserve their virginity till that time. And she used to mention how the RHOD dance and being a maiden is not just about not having sex or keeping your virginity, but it's a community of beautiful Zulu young maidens who come, form a community with their different sisters, and just find themselves, love themselves. And once you have those two things, you'll never seek validation from young boys, and you'll always remember that when someone comes to you, you remind them that you're waiting for a certain period to give it up, because remember, you're the prize. So I just love that message that she was mentioning, that it's not just about virginity testing, it's more than that. And I love the fact that she still, till today, she still promotes it, and she also empowers young females to go on that journey. So Lassie became instantly famous when she started dating and being in a relationship with President Jacob Zuma. She eventually became his fiance, and I think he even loboled her. So she became his seventh wife. I'm not too sure if the other ceremonies took place, but I definitely saw that he did lobola her. And you know how in the African culture, when you do get loboled, you are like an instant wife in the home. And she also has one of his kids. And it was a controversial topic. First of all, they have a 52-year age gap. Second of all, President Zuma was known for liking women, for having many kids. And thirdly, people felt like she had an agenda. People didn't understand what a young, beautiful woman would be doing with an older guy who has so many wives already and so many kids. I mean, some of Zuma's kids were way older than Lassie. Anyway, she has come out and said in numerous interviews that a lot of people do feel like she's a gold digger, but that was not the case, and that she just genuinely loved the kind of soul and character that President Zuma was and is. And I totally get her. Like, I think she did end up falling in love. There was a point where she didn't even see that he was Zuma. She ended up becoming a gone girl. However, where I call BS is when she says initially she didn't even see who he was. Nah, that's where I call BS. And the reason why I say that is because when you initially are approached by someone, there's two things that make you get attracted to them, where you actually even like give them time or day. Either their looks, or you see something, or two, who they are. I'm going to give an example. If Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comes to me tomorrow and says, "Hey, I want to take you out for dinner," do you think I'm going to care the fact that he's, I don't know how many times being divorced, that he has a child my age, that he's approaching his 50s? Hell no, I'm gonna be with him because he's Dwayne the flippin' Johnson, And then as time goes by, I'm gonna end up falling in love with him and see that, oh, he's a great man. But initially, I didn't see that he was a great man. I was strictly attracted by the fact that he is Dwayne the flippin' Johnson. So that's just what I'm just trying to say. And I think that's what a lot of the viewers get irritated by Lassie by, especially when she went on the Real Housewives of Durban, is the fact that she just didn't own the fact that, oh yes, I was with Zuma. She didn't own it. Like, she needs to own it. Like, baby girl, don't care. You gotta do whatever you gotta do. Now we know you. They ended up splitting in 2019 due to the fact that they were not seeing eye to eye on many things. She wanted a consistent partner, and he wasn't being consistent as he used to be. And if you look at it from his side, he was getting older. He has so many wives, so many kids, so many responsibilities, and he was getting a lot sick at that time, as well as he was going through so many corruption cases. And then when you look at it from her side, I'm sure she knew what she was getting into with polygamy. She definitely did know that she wasn't going to get like a consistent partner every single day, but she did expect him, to be there present, from time to time. And I don't even know if he was doing that, because there must have been something which pushed her for her to say, I can't do this anymore. And both reasons or both sides are the reason why a lot of people felt like this is not going to work in the long run. And people had those different opinions about them because they knew that as both of them get older, they might not be in the same chapter of their lives together. Now, she joined the Real Housewife of Durban in 2020. This was at the heat of her separation. There were two reasons why Lassie got onto that show, even though she believes it's other reasons. One, because of the fact that she was a former housewife, or she's a housewife, which she was. And two, the fact that she was affiliated to the Zumas. She believes it's because of the fact that she's a businesswoman. No, sweetie, that was never the case. Same way how Ayana Ngwane was on that show because she was Fiso Ngwane's wife. How Homoto was on that show because she was a wife of a famous rugby player. How Sorisha Naidu was not on the show because she was an actress, but because she was Vivian Reddy's wife. I mean, that's the reason why they were on the show. And she kept saying, no, that's not the reason, and that's the reason why she was not here to give her personal life. But let me tell you something. When you come on a reality TV show, the whole purpose of you coming on a reality TV show is basically to tell us about the reality of your life. It's not for you to come and now start promoting your businesses. You can do that on Instagram. You're coming on a reality TV show. A reality means you're telling us about your reality. And people were not expecting her to come out and tell us her every little inch of their relationship, but at least be a little bit like even giving her side, not mentioning other people, but just giving her side. And without being, she recently has done her body, so she's went under the knife, she got a liposuction. I mean, she's always been a fuller girl down there, so to get her waist a little bit smaller. She's always mentioned that she struggled with her weight loss. She's eaten healthy, she's gone through all the different diets, she's exercised, but she hasn't lost the weight that she's wanted. So this was her last resort, and I think she looked amazing. It was perfect. It wasn't done too much, and you can still see that something was done. You can see that her waist is snatched, and I also like the way she dresses up for her body. A lot of people, when they do go under the knife, they do start changing how they dress to show off their body. However, she still maintained how she's always dressed. Even when she was a little bit bigger, she dresses very sophisticated. She's always wearing a nice top, a nice skirt, or a nice long dress, which still shows her hourglass figure, and I love that for her. One thing I can say about Lassie is she carries herself so well, with the way she speaks, with the way she dresses, with the way she walks, with the way she just handles herself. And One can say so many things about her, but at the end of the day, she is a force to be reckoned with. Anyway, we've come to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell down below to get more tea on your favorite celebs and their different lives and what they're getting up to. Till next time, bye.